Alright class, in this video we are going to discuss it's March 2020 variant 1-2 of your A-level maths 9709 course code. It's question number 1. The function f is defined by f of x is equals to 1 over 3x plus 2 plus x square for x should be lesser than negative 1. Determine whether f is an increasing function or decreasing function or neither. So firstly we need to derivate the function. So we have f of x is equals to, when you shift 3x plus 2 in the numerator, that will be 3x plus 2 with the power of negative 1 plus x square as it is. Alright. Now when you start differentiating the function, first we need to write down the power, that is negative 1. Then we need to subtract 1 from the power, it will be negative 2, and then we need to derivate that function, which will be 3. Plus the derivative of x square, it will be 2x. Now if I arrange the function, it will be negative 3 divided by 3x plus 2 with the power 2 plus 2x. Once we are done with the differentiation part, we need to place the value of x, negative 1 here. So it will be negative 3 divided by 3 into minus 1, it's minus 3 plus 2 to the power square plus 2, and x is negative 1. When you solve it, it will be negative 3 divided by 1 minus 2. You will get negative 5, which is lesser than 0. So we are getting a decreasing function here, and that is your answer. Question number 2. The graph of y equals to f of x is transformed to the graph of y equals to 1 plus f half x. Describe fully the two single transformation which have been combined to give the resulting transformation. Alright. Firstly, we can observe that this part indicates that it's a horizontal stretch. Alright. So I can write that it is a stretch with factor of 2. Alright, keep in mind that whatever written in the bracket, you need to reciprocate it. Alright, so the reciprocal of 1 upon 2, it will be 2. And the second one, you can observe that it's a positive 1. So we can say that it is a vertical shift in y-axis by 1 unit, or you can write down the translation vector as well, that will be 0 and 1. And for stretch, it's a horizontal stretch. Alright, so that will be your answer. It's question number 3. The diagram shows part of the curve with equation y equals to x square plus 1. The shaded region enclosed by the curve, the y-axis, and the line y equals to 5 is rotated through 360 degree about the y-axis. Now that point is very important. When the object is rotating about the y-axis, that means that x should be the subject. Alright, so firstly the given equation we have, it's y is equals to x square plus 1. If you make x the subject here, so that will be y minus 1 equals to x square, right? In order to find out the volume here, so what you need to do, you need to integrate the function x square. Alright, and you need to multiply it by pi. The limits here are from 1 to 5. Since we have the value of x square here, I'm just going to place the value here, so that will be pi times, limits are from 1 to 5. The value of x square we have, it's y minus 1 and dy. Alright. Now we can integrate the function, or we can multiply the function, so that will be integral of 1 to 5 y dy minus integral from 1 to 5 and dy. Alright. Now when we integrate the function, that will be pi. The integral of y, it will be y square divided by 2, right, minus the integral of dy, it will be y, and the limits on the y-axis is from 1 till 5. Now we need to place limits here, so that will be first upper limit, it will be 5 square 25 divided by 2 minus 5, upper limit minus lower limit, that means 1 upon 2 minus 1. Alright, so now we need to simplify. 25 minus 5 minus 1 over 2 minus plus 1, and we can take LCM here, so that will be 2, and it will be 25 minus 5 2s are 10 minus 1 plus 1 2s are 2. Simplify it and you will get the final value. It will be 25 minus 10 15 minus 1 14 plus 2 16. 16 divided by 2 so leads to 8 pi, and that is your answer. Question number 4. A curve has equation y equals to x square minus 2x minus 3. A point is moving along the curve in such a way that at p the y coordinate is increasing at 4 units per second and the x coordinate is increasing at 6 units per second. Find the x coordinate of p. Alright, firstly I will write down the equation here. So we have y is equals to x square minus 2x minus 3. Secondly, what data we have? We have y coordinate is increasing. That means we have the value of dy over dt, which is equals to 4 unit per second, and we have dx upon dt, which is equals to 6 unit per second. Now if I write down the working formula of chain rule here, so we know that dy over dt is equals to dy over dx times dx over dt. That is the main working formula for chain rule, right? We have dy over dt, which is 4, dy over dx. If you derivate that function, so you will get 2x minus 2, right? That will be your derivative value. So we have the derivative of y, that is 2x minus 2, and dx upon dt, it's given, that is 6. Now in this equation the value of x is unknown, right? So now it will be 4 divided by 6. This 6 divides here, is equals to, I will take 2 common here, so that will be 2 times x minus 1, right? Now we can simplify it further. That means 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6, 2 1s are 2, and 2 1s are 2. So what we have left with, it's 1 over 3 is equals to x minus 1. You got the value of x, that will be 1 upon 3 plus 1 leads to 4 divided by 3, and that is your final answer. Question number 5 from the topic trigonometry. Tan theta plus 3 sin theta plus 2 divided by tan theta minus 3 sin theta plus 1 equals to 2. So firstly I will start with the cross multiplication. On my left side we have tan theta plus 3 sin theta plus 2 is equals to 2 times tan theta minus 2 3s are 6 sin theta plus 2. Alright, so firstly I will shift my denominator on the right side. After that I will start with the simplification. So this 2 and this 2 cancels. So we have tan theta on the left side. When you shift tan theta on the left side, it will be minus 2 tan theta. It equals to minus 6 sin theta on the right side. This 3 sin theta, it will be minus 3 sin theta. Alright. So tan theta minus 2 tan theta, it will be minus tan theta is equals to minus 9 sin theta. So we know that tan theta is basically negative sin theta divided by cos theta is equals to negative 9 sin theta. We can simplify negative sign on both sides. Now we will start with the cross multiplication. So sin theta is equals to 9 times sin theta times cos theta. I can shift this sin theta on the right side. So we got 9 times sin theta cos theta minus sin theta is equals to 0. If this scenario happens, you cannot eliminate the function because that will reduce your one answer. So you will got one less answer. Try to solve it, not cancel this function. After that we can take common here, that will be sin theta. The leftover part we have, it's 9 cos theta minus 1 equals to 0. So you got two answers here. Sin theta is equals to 0 and 9 times cos theta minus 1 equals to 0. Alright, so theta is equals to sine inverse of 0 and theta is equals to cos inverse of 1 divided by 9. Alright class, now for cos we can say that cos is positive, so we can either move in the first quadrant or fourth quadrant, and sine is 0. So we have three values when sine is 0, that is theta equal to 0, 180 and 360. But due to the fact that we have restriction in our domain, so the value for sine we can take only 0 here. Alright, now for cos, when you find out the inverse of 1 over 9, that is equals to 83.6. So you got two answers, 83.6 and 0. Question number 6 from the topic binomial theorem. The coefficient of 1 upon x in the expansion of 2x plus a upon x squared to the power 5 is 720. Find the possible values of the constant a. Alright, so we are looking for the coefficient of 1 over x. So we can write 1 over x is basically x to the power minus 1, right? So we are looking for that term which contains x to the power minus 1. So here we can apply the indicated term working formula tr plus 1 is equals to ncr a to the power n minus r and b to the power r. Currently the values we have, it's n is equals to 5, a is equals to 2x and b is equals to a divided by x square. At first step we don't know the value of r, so we are looking for the value of r. N is 5, combination r is unknown, a is 2x to the power n minus r, that means 5 minus r, and b, which is a over x square to the power r. I will gather all the values for x here first now. Alright, so it will be 5 combination r, that will be 2 to the power 5 minus r and x to the power 5 minus r. This 5 minus r applies to both of the variables 2 and x, so I have applied both of them. And we have a to the power r divided by x to the power 2r. Alright class. Now I will gather all the terms with x to the power 5 minus r and x to the power 2r. So I can write that x to the power 5 minus r, when this 2r shifts in the numerator, it will be minus 2r. So what we got? We got x to the power 5 minus 3r, and the term which we are looking for is basically x to the power minus 1. So we need to equate it with x to the power minus 1. Alright. After that, on both sides we have x and x, so we can equate powers. 5 minus 3r equals to negative 1, and you got the value of r, which is 2. Alright, so we can place the value of r in this equation. Now it will be 5 combination 2, 2x to the power 5 minus 2, a divided by x square to the power 2. Alright, now if we solve it, so we get 2x to the power 5 minus 2 is 3, a square divided by x power 4, 5 combination 2, it's 10. We can simplify and we get the coefficient of 1 over x here. When we simplify, 2 cube is 8, 8 tens are 80. So what we get? We get 80 a square is equals to, the coefficient is given, that is 720. So we can simplify it and find out the value of that will be equals to 3. Alright, it's plus minus 3, that is your first part answer. For next part, it says find the coefficient of 1 over x in the expansion. Alright, so 1 over x 7, it means that we are looking for x to the power minus 7. We are going to continue from this step, and it will be x to the power 5 minus 3r equals to x to the power minus 7. Here we can find the value of r, so that will be 5 minus 3r equals to negative 7, and you got the value of r, 12 upon 3, it leads to 4, right? Now we can find place the value of x, r in our equation, this equation, right? We can place the value here, so that will be 5 combination 4, a to the power 5 minus 4, a is 3 divided by x square to the power r is 4. We can simplify it, and the final answer we will get, it will be 810. That is the coefficient of x 1 upon x7, and that is your answer. Question number 7 from the topic circular measure. Diagram shows the sector AOB, which is the part of a circle with center O and radius 6 cm. With angle AOB is 0.8 radian. The point C is on AB such that AC is perpendicular to OB. That means we have a right angle triangle. The arc CD is a part of a circle with center O where D lies on OA. Find the area of the shaded region. So the strategy I am going to follow here, first I will find out the area of a triangle, and after that area of triangle I will subtract the area of this sector, so I will get the area of the shaded portion, right? As radius is given, that is 6 centimeters, so we know that this is also our radius and it's 6 as well, right? Firstly, we can find out the length of AC by using trigonometry here. So for AC, I can apply the length of AC we are finding, right? For AC, we can apply sine here. That will be sine 0.8 is equals to opposite divided by hypotenuse. Make sure that your calculators are in radian mode. So length of AC we get here, it's 4.304. Alright, and the unit is in centimeter, right? Alright, so you got the length of AC here. Once you have the length of AC, now we need to find out the length of OC here, right? And for OC, either we can apply with the Pythagoras, but I think we need to opt with the trigonometry. So for OC, I can apply cos here. So cos 0.8 is equals to adjacent OC divided by hypotenuse is 6. So the value of OC we have, it's 4.18 centimeter. Alright, that means from this part to this part we have length 4.18, and it will be same because of radius, that will be 4.18. Now we can find out the area of a triangle, which is equals to 1/2 base into height. Placing the values here, so we have 1/2 and base is the length of OC, that is 4.18, and height is the length of AC, that is 4.304. After solving, we get 8.99, which is round off to 9 centimeter. Alright. After that, I will find out area of sector, and the sector is OCD, which is equals to 1/2 r square theta. We have the value of r square, that is 4.18 square, and theta is 0.8 radians. So area of a sector is approximately 7 centimeter square. Alright, now the area of shaded portion, it will be area of a triangle minus area of a sector, which leaves the value 2 centimeter square, and that is your final answer. Question number 8, it says a woman's basic salary for her first year with a particular company is $30,000, and at the end of the year she also gets a bonus of $600. For her first year, express her bonus as a percentage of her basic salary. Very simple question. Bonus amount is 600 divided by salary amount is 30,000 and multiply by 100. Simplify it, so you will get 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6, 2 ones are 2%. That is your first part answer. After that, it says at the end of each complete year, the woman's basic salary will increase by 3% and her bonus will increase by $100. Alright, so that is a very tricky question in which there are two different progressions in a single part. Express the bonus she will pay at the end of her 24th year as a percentage of the basic salary. Alright, now we have two categories. We have the first one, it's the basic salary, and the next one, it's her bonus. Alright, now the salary is basically following geometric progression and bonus is following arithmetic progression, right? For first term, for the salary part, it's 30,000, and for bonus, the first term is 600. The ratio we have, it's 1.03, that is 3% increase, right? And for difference, for the bonus part, we have 100, and it says 24th year, so you have the value of n 24 for both of the cases, right? The working formula for geometric progression, we have it Cn is equals to AR n minus 1, and for arithmetic progression, we have A plus n minus 1 times D. So for geometric progression, we have T 24 is equals to 30,000 times 1.03 to the power 23, and for 24th year bonus, it will be 600 plus 23 times 100. So the salary answer is $59,207.6, and for bonus it will be 600 plus 2300 will be 2900. We need to find the percentage here, so that will be 2900 divided by 59,207.6 multiplied by 100. So we will get 4.9%. That is our final answer. It's question number 9.
express 2x square plus 12x plus 11 in the form of 2 times x plus a whole square plus b. Alright. So firstly, I will expand on the right side 2x square plus 12x plus 11. We need to express in the form of 2 times x plus a whole square plus b. Here I am going to apply the identity here. That means a square plus 2ab plus b square. I will expand the bracket here, so that will be 2x square plus 4ax plus 2a square plus b. On my left side we have 2x square plus 12x plus 11, right? Now I will start with the comparing coefficients. Comparing coefficients. What does it mean? Let's start with x power 2, x power 0, x power 1 and constant. Constant means the one without x. Alright, so let's start with x power 2. On my left side the coefficient is 2, on my right side the coefficient is 2. So there is no need to balance or to equate it. If we focus on x, on my left side it's 12, on my right side it's 4a. So if I'm going to write down here, that means 12 is equals to 4 times a. So we got the value of a, that is equals to 3. We are going to say do the same for b here. So b is basically constant, the one without x. So these two terms are without x. So now it will be 11 is equals to 2a square plus b. We have the value of a, that means 2 times 3 square plus b. It will be 11 minus 9 square, 3 square is 9, 9 2s are 18 is equals to b, and you got the value of b, which is equals to negative 7. So now the equation given in the question, we have it's 2 times of x plus a whole square plus b. I am going to place the values here. 2 times of x plus a 3 whole square, negative 7, that is my answer. For second part, it says that the function f of x is 2x square plus 12x plus 11. If you compare the equation with this one, so these two are same, right? That means the answer is already found in the first part. So we have the equation 2x plus 3 whole square minus 7 is equals to y. Alright, we are looking for f inverse. So there are some steps that firstly we need to make x the subject here. So now it will be 2 times of x plus 3 whole square equals to y plus 7. We need to eliminate a square here, but before that we need to shift 2 on the right side, so that means it will be y plus 7 divided by 2. And now we need to apply under root on both sides to cancel the effect of square. So now we got x plus 3 is equals to under root of y plus 7 divided by 2. We can shift the positive 3 on the right side, so we got x is equals to under root of y plus 7 divided by 2 minus 3. And for final step, x is replaced by f inverse of x, under root of y is replaced by x plus 7 divided by 2, negative 3 along the sign of plus minus due to the presence of under root. That is my f inverse answer. After that it says find out the domain of f inverse, and for domain we know that domain of f inverse is basically the range of function. Alright, so basically we need to find out the range of our function, which we had find in the previous part, that is 2 times of x plus 3 whole square minus 7. Domain is given in the question, that is x should be lesser than equals to negative 4. So when I place x negative 4 here, what value I am getting here? So that will be 2 minus 7 leads to negative 5. The range of function is basically what? Range of function, it's greater than equals to negative 5, which is equals to the domain, that is our final answer. X should be greater than equals to negative 5, that is the domain of inverse.
Part C, the function g is defined by g of x is equals to 2x minus 3 for x should be lesser than equals to k. For the case where k equals to negative 1, solve the equation f of g of x equals to 193. So we have function of x given in the first part, right? And we had written in this form. So we are going to use the function f
and instead of x we are going to place g of x. So function of x is 2 times x plus 3 whole square minus 7. Instead of x we are going to place g of x, which is 2x minus 3, and it is equals to 193. That is my main equation. Now we need to simplify. So it will be 2x minus 3 plus 3, the square of it minus 7. Minus 3 plus 3 cancels. 2 square is 4x square times 2. It will be 8x square minus 7 equals to 193. 8x square equals to negative 7 on the right side, positive 7 gives you the value of 200. X square equals to 200 divided by 8, which is equals to 100 divided by 4, which is equals to 25. And you got the value of x square equals to 25. We need to apply under root on both sides. So you got the value of x, it is plus minus 5. But according to given condition, we have x should be lesser than equals to negative 1. So we are going to pick one value of x, which is equals to negative 5, and that is our final answer, which meets our condition criteria. Alright. After that, state the largest value of k possible for the composition f of g to be defined. Now that important information we had given in the previous part, right? That the domain should be lesser than equals to negative 4. Alright, now the question says f of g. We know that the parent function is f, and instead of x we need to place the value of g, right? But we also know that for f the value of x should be lesser than equals to negative 4, right? That is given. And f of g means that instead of x we are going to place the function g. So we can say that, and that is very important, the function of g 2x minus 3 should be lesser than equals to negative 4. Negative 4 from the previous part given. F of g, the main function is f, that is why we are applying the property of main function. And now we can simplify to find out the value of x here. That leads to negative 1, and x should be lesser than equals to negative 1 divided by 2. So that is the largest possible value of x we can use, and according to the given domain it's written as x should be lesser than equals to k. We had find that x should be lesser than equals to minus 1 upon 2. So basically we got the value of k, that is equals to negative 1 over 2, and that is your answer. Question number 10. The gradient of a curve at the point xy is given by dy over dx is equals to 2 times of x plus 3 to the power 1 upon 2 minus x. The curve has a stationary point a comma 14 where a is a positive constant. Find the value of a. Alright. What is the condition we have? Since it's mentioned stationary point, so we know that dy over dx is equals to 0. That is the condition of stationary point, right? Now we need to apply the same condition. The value, the function dy over dx given in the question, which is 2 times of x plus 3 with the power 1 upon 2 minus x. Now with the given condition dy over dx approaches to 0. So now we got 0 is equals to 2 times x plus 3 1 upon 2 minus x. And instead of x I am going to place the point a and 14. So now it will be a with the replacement of x plus 3 as it is, right? So what we get 2 times of a plus 3 with the power 1 upon 2 minus a equals to 0. When you shift a on the left side, it will be a is equals to 2 times of a plus 3 with the power 1 upon 2. Alright, we need to apply squaring on both sides. So squaring here and squaring here as well. So we got a square is equals to 4 times a plus 3, and we can say that a square minus 4a minus 12 equals to 0. We need to apply middle term here. A square minus 6a plus 2a minus 12 is equals to 0. a minus 6 plus 2a minus 6 is equals to 0. Taking common a minus 6, the leftover part is a plus 2 equals to 0. So we got two values of x, a equals to 6 and a equals to minus 2. In the question it says that a is a positive constant, that means the value of a is 6. For next part it says determine the nature of the stationary point. For nature, we need to apply the second derivative, d square y upon dx square, right? We have the derivative part dy over dx is equals to 2 times of x plus 3 with the power 1 upon 2 minus x. Now if we derivate it one more time, that means d square y over dx square is equals to, first we need to write down the power, that is 1 upon 2, then subtract 1 from the power. So 1 upon 2 minus 1, it leads to minus 1 upon 2, and the derivative of x is negative 1, right? 2 and 2 cancels, the leftover part we have, it's x plus 3 with the power minus 1 upon 2 minus 1. It's a negative power, so we can reciprocate it, so that will be x plus 3 with the power 1 upon 2 minus 1. Alright, now we need to place the value here, a comma 14 and a 6, so that will be equals to 1 divided by 6 plus 3 with the power 1 upon 2 minus 1. 1 upon 6 plus 3, it's 9, and under root of 9 it will be 3. So 1 upon 3 negative 1 always gives you the value lesser than 0. So we are dealing with the maximum function. In the next part, we need to find out the equation of curve, that dy over dx given in the question, and that is the point a comma 14, and the value of a is 6, right? Now, to find out the equation of curve, what you need to do, you need to integrate your function here, alright? So I can say that it's written dy is equals to 2 times of x plus 3 with the power 1 upon 2 minus x times dx, right? And now we need to apply integration on both of these sides. Integral of dy, it will be y is equals to 2 times x plus 3 with the power. Now for integration, we need to add 1 in the power, right? So 1 upon 2 plus 1 leads to 3 divided by 2. The power is 3 divided by 2 divided by total power 3 divided by 2 minus the integral of x will be x square upon 2 plus c. Now we can simplify it further. It will be 2 times 2, it will be 4 times x plus 3 to the power 3 divided by 2 over 3 minus x square upon 2 plus c is equals to y. We can place the point here, which is 6 and 14. So it's a value of x, and that will be the value of y. So instead of y, I can place 14 is equals to 4x is what? 6 plus 3 to the power 3 upon 2 divided by 3 minus 6 square, that means 36 divided by 2 plus c. Alright. Now it will be 4 divided by 3. 6 plus 3, it's 9. 9 with the power 1 upon 2, 3. And 3 cube, it's 27 minus 18 plus c is equals to 14. 3 ones are 3, 3 nines are 27, 9 fours are 36 minus 18 plus c is equals to 14. So 36 minus 18, it's 18, 14 minus 18, it's negative 4 is equals to c. Alright, now we need to place the value of c in this equation. So the equation of curve, it will be y is equals to 4 times x plus 3 to the power 3 upon 2 divided by 3 minus x square upon 2 and minus 4. That is your equation of curve. Question number 11, solve the equation 3 tan square x minus 5 tan x minus 2 equals to 0. So we can make the supposition here. We can say that let tan x is equals to y. So we got our equation in a more simpler form. It will be 3y square minus 5y minus 2 equals to 0. And now we can apply the middle term. So 3 2s are 6. So we are looking for negative 6. So minus 6 plus 1y minus 2 equals to 0. Taking common, that will be 3y. Left over is y minus 2 plus 1. Y minus 2 equals to 0. Now we can take common y minus 2, and the other bracket will be 3y plus 1 equals to 0. So we got two values of y. Y minus 2 equals to 0 and 3y plus 1 equals to 0. So we got y is equals to 2 and we got y equals to negative 1 upon 3, right? The supposition we made is tan x is equals to y. We are looking for the value of x here. So we can say that tan x is equals to 2, and we can say that tan x is equals to negative 1 upon 3. The range is defined, that is from 0 till 180. Alright. So tan is positive in first and third quadrant, but we are looking only for the first quadrant because it's the part of range. Tan is negative in the second and fourth quadrant, but we will only focus on the second one, right? Tan is positive in first and third, but we are looking only for first because the fact our range is defined, right? Third quadrant and fourth quadrant are out of our range. Now we need to find out the value of alpha here. So alpha is equals to tan inverse of 2, and alpha is equals to tan inverse of 1 upon 3. Never ever take the negative sign while finding the value of alpha. Negative sign is only for the quadrants. So these are the value of alpha, and for theta it will be same as alpha for the first quadrant, right? But for the second quadrant you need to subtract it from 180. So you got the value of theta is equals to 63.43, and 180 minus 18.43 leads to 161.56 degree, and these are your final answers. For the next part, find the set of values of k for which the equation has no solution. Now that is a condition word we have. Has no solution indicate that b square minus 4ac lesser than 0. Alright. The value of a we have, it's 3. The value of b we have, it's negative 5. And the value of c we have, it's positive k. According to the given condition, which says that b square minus 4ac lesser than 0. The value of b, it's negative 5. The value of a, it's 3. And the value of c is k. So what you got? 25 minus 12k lesser than 0. 25 12k, and k is greater than 25 divided by 12. That is your answer. For part C, it says for the equation 3 tan square x minus 5 tan x plus k equals to 0, state the value of k for which there are 3 solutions in the interval from 0 till 180, and hence find these solutions. Now that is a tricky question. If you remember the graph of y equals to 10x, alright, if you remember the graph of y equals to 10x from the interval between 0 and 180, so you got such type of lines, right? You got such type of lines here, and at this point we have the value 180. Alright, so there are 2 possible solutions when the value of 10 is 0, right? What I'm saying here, when we are saying that 10x is equals to 0, so we are getting 2 solutions here, and the solutions we are getting are 0 and 180. So what we are going to do, we need 10x equal to 0 in this equation, and to make 10x equal to 0, what I am going to do, I will suppose the value of k equals to 0, and why I am doing it you will get to know in next few minutes. So it will be, the equation will be 3 tan square x minus 5 tan x plus 0 equals to 0. If you take tan x common here, so it will be tan x inside the bracket t tan x minus 5 equals to 0. If you equate it, that will be tan x is equals to 0 and 3 tan x minus 5 equals to 0. When you got tan x equals to 0, that means there are 2 solutions present here, and the last solution you can get from this equation. So tan x equals to 0 implies that x equal to 0 and x equals to 180 degree. There are 2 solutions, and for the third one you can solve the equation tan x is equals to 5 upon 3. Tan is positive, that means we are moving in the first quadrant. So x is equals to 59.03 degrees. So the final values of x we are getting, it's 0, 180 and 59.03. These are the final answers. Question number 12, it says that a diameter of circle C1 has endpoints at minus 3, minus 5 and 7, 3. Find an equation of the circle. The working formula we have to find the equation of circle is x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square equals to r square, right? H and K are the center point. So we have 2 points, that is -3 and -5, and we got 7 and 3. Firstly, I need to find out the midpoint of these two, which is x1 plus x2 upon 2. So -3 plus 7, it will be 4 divided by 2, comma, -5 plus 3, it's -2 divided by 2. So you got the values, that is 2 and -1 midpoint, or you can say that is the center point, h comma k. Alright, after that you need to find out the value of the diameter. So we can say that diameter is equals to under root of length, working formula I'm going to apply here, that will be 7 plus 3 whole square plus 3 plus 5 whole square. 7 plus 3, 10, 10 square is 100, 3 plus 5, it's 8 square is 64. So you got the value of diameter, it's 164 under root. That is equals to 12.81. Now radius is what? Radius is half of diameter, so 12.81 divided by 2 gives you the value of 6.4. Alright, that is your radius. Now the equation of circle will be x minus 2 whole square plus y plus 1 whole square equals to 6.4 square is equals to 41. Next part, it says the circle C1 is translated by 8,4 to give circle C2 as shown in the diagram. Find an equation of circle C2. At first, the radius will be same because both of the circles are of the same size, right? Radius will be same, but what about the center point? The center point of the previous circle, it's 2 minus 1. We had find out in the previous part, right? Now 2 minus 1 translated with the vector 8 and 4. So the new point, it will be 10 and 3. That is my center point h comma k. Now the equation will be x minus 10 whole square plus y minus 3 whole square equals to 41. That is your answer. In the next part, it says the two circles intersect at point R and S. Show that the equation of the line RS is y equals to negative 2x plus 13. Alright. So let me say that for the first circle, let's suppose the center point lies here. Alright, let's suppose. Of course, in this circle, there must be center lie inside the circle. And for C2, let's suppose the center point is this. When we connect these two center points, so we need to find out the midpoint. Alright, the midpoint of these two centers, we need to find out. So for midpoint, we can say that it will be equals to 10 plus 2 divided by 2, comma, 1 minus 1 plus 3 divided by 2 leads to 12 upon 2, 6, and 2 upon 2 leads to 1. So now we got the value of this point here, and the coordinates are 6, 1, right? Now we are looking for the equation of RS, this one. After that, I need to find out the gradient of my two center points. So gradient will be, I've written here center points 2 minus 1 and 10 3, right? Now we need to find out the gradient. For gradient, we know the working formula y2 minus y1, so that will be 3 minus 1 divided by x2 minus x1 leads to 10 minus 2. What you got? 4 divided by 8 leads to 1 upon 2. The equation we are finding is the perpendicular on that one, right? So we know that the gradient for perpendicular lines, it's negative reciprocal. After that, we need to apply the working formula y minus y1 is equals to m x minus x1. The points we got here is 6 and 1, so that is the value of x and y. So y minus 1 is equals to m is minus 2, x minus 6, simplified. Y minus 1 equals to minus 2x plus 12. Y is equals to minus 2x plus 13. That is your answer. After that, hence show that the x coordinate of R and S satisfy the equation 5x square minus 60x plus 159 equals to 0. If you observe the equation, you can observe that there is no variable y present here. So we have two equations, right? Let's suppose I am picking the first one. We have x minus 2 whole square plus y plus 1 whole square equals to 41. You can pick any equation, but instead of y, I'm going to place the value of y which we had found out previously. So that will be x minus 2 whole square plus the value of y we got, it's minus 2x plus 13, right? and square of it is equals to 41. Now we need to simplify it. It will be an identity a square minus 2ab plus b square. We can simplify it, so that will be minus 2x plus 14 and whole square of it equals to 41. After that, we expand the identity here as well and solve all the x square, the coefficient of x and the constant, and we got the equation which we need to show in that part, and that is our final answer.